They say what goes around comes around, but on these sport occasions, it's coming right back to hit you in the face. Here are wild instant karma moments that if they weren't caught on camera, you probably wouldn't believe.
Joe Harding in a silly moment when he went from Michael Jackson to Sleeping Beauty in just 1 second.
Joe Harding couldn't resist a bit of showboating, but in a split second, his dance turned into a knockout, leaving him flat on the canvas for an unexpected nap. During the press conference, Russian Mukhamatvakayev surprised everyone by attacking Johnson, only to pay for it dearly. Once in the cage, he proved to be more kitten than tiger as Johnson dominated him, eventually knocking him out.
During a penalty situation, goalkeeper Julio Cesar used trash talk to distract Ibrahimovic.
Julio Cesar tried to mess with the legendary Ibrahimovic, hoping a little trolling might throw him off his penalty game. But in the end, he learned the hard way you can't outsmart a goat.
Celebrating early in this volleyball match caused these girls to lose a point at a really crucial moment. Now you know why not to celebrate early.
Celebrating early in any sport is a recipe to failure. These girls playing volleyball made the mistake of celebrating without confirming if the ball had landed. This kid tried showing off to impress everyone, but ate dirt almost instantly. Scott Brown was caught in an endless danger dash loop, and as he slid to collect the ball from his opponent, almost instantly, his opponent did the same thing to him.
Beverly wasn't. Oh, there's a hard.
Patrick Beverly loves taunting his opponents. It was quite a sight when Howard became a brick wall, sending Patrick flying backwards.
Here's a hilarious moment when a cyclist falls just meters before the finish line, all thanks to his overconfidence.
This cyclist was the architect of his failure, and this failure almost cost him his life. The need to celebrate early made him do some moves without ensuring proper balance, causing him to fall off his bike, leaving him paddling in shame.
That guy Dylan Block will not miss any opportunity to play dirty with Curry. And this is a classy revenge for a player
Dillon Brooks never missed a chance to play dirty against Stephen Curry, the best shooter in the world. But when Curry got his chance, he showed Dillon they weren't just on different levels, they were in completely different leagues.
That's why it's legal. Celebrating. What just hit me in the ankle?
Les Callis, who ref here a ton, comes over to clarify. It is point BYU.
Oh, that's rough. That is rough.
That hit
The red team was busy celebrating while the ball was still in play. They didn't seem to hear the whistle, and for some reason, they continued celebrating. As a result, they lost the point almost instantly when the white team scored. Look at what his attempt to showboat cost him. That flashy move wasn't needed at the finish line with people breathing down his neck. Guess he learned the hard way that celebrating too soon can lead to an epic faceplant.
Here's an insane karma moment when a tattooed MMA fighter gets cocky before match and tries to dominate Ben Guel, but gets knocked out within 20 seconds in the match. That's how champions answer, bro.
It It's understandable you have to taunt to promote your fights, but limitations are sometimes necessary, so you don't end up being put to shame like this tattooed boxer who was beaten around 20 seconds into the fight.
Roger Guedes was bullied and isolated in Palmeiras, but everything will change when he joins Corinthians. In the end, Guedes had a day meeting his old team that couldn't have been any sweeter.
Roger Guedes was the prime target of bullying at his old club Palmeiras, but everything flipped when he joined Corinthians. When Corinthians faced Palmeiras, Roger had the time of his life, playing like a man possessed. You could say he got his revenge.
Oh,
See,
another one. You trust them to do their job, right?
Pitch, that ball went behind him.
Dugouts. Here comes John Gibbons out.
But again, mistakes do happen.
Yeah, he's not happy though.
Tells you all you
No,
need
what's
to
he gonna
know
do?
about
What's he
what
cooking?
Batista thinks about
Oh.
it.
Who let him
Nobody
cook?
out. Donaldson at
Do
third.
not
He was
let
up on
him
the wild
cook.
pitch.
Bow!
Jesus.
But I think that's why they sort of like move.
But the ball could go anywhere. The ball could go anywhere. Like,
Well, I think the chances
surely the
are,
whole
right?
history. Surely the whole history.
The pitcher had a rough start, throwing 2 wild pitches in a row and really frustrating the batter. On his third attempt, the pitcher finally threw a decent pitch, but the batter, still fuming, smacked it for a perfect home run. Talk about a slam of frustration.
Ja Morant's provocative celebration must have ignited the fighting spirit of the Golden State Warriors players. And this is the result that Ja has to suffer when he challenges a power of the NBA.
No one's saying you shouldn't celebrate, but why be so provocative with it? Ja Morant's celebration riled up the Golden State Warriors so much that it awoke the beast in them. They turned the game into a total blowout, leaving Ja wondering if his dance moves had sparked them up.
Eden Hazard soon got to know how karma tastes like after he kicks a really young ball boy while taking ball from him. The act was shameful, and as a result, Eden got a straight red card.
Hazard received instant karma when he hurt a ball boy while taking the ball from him. He was immediately given a red card for his lack of sympathy, and to top it off, he didn't even check on the kid.
While he was engrossed in his celebration, this guy had no idea that his championship was about to slip out of his hands.
What's with racers not putting effort into their final stride even though they have a substantial lead? This guy was so busy with his celebration that he ended up losing the race after putting in so much effort. Talk about celebrating too soon. He turned his victory lap into a wow, I lost moment.
Well, Scott Brown here, he's just sliding in. He doesn't get the ball because it's laid off. You see how high it is? Scott Brown comes in, catches him. I think the important thing here is that Scott Brown gets the ball first.
For a series of offences, including onto red card! An immediate red!
Scott Brown got caught up in a revenge cycle during a match. He attempted a tackle, but missed the ball. When the opposing player tackled him, kicking him on the leg, he was awarded a red card. Is this karma, or is there another way to describe it? Bro just wanted to dunk. Now he has to repair a whole fence.
The show! She was doing a great job of feet. That is it!
During the face-off between Joanna Jędrzejczyk and Rose Namajunas, Joanna tried to rattle Rose with some taunts. Rose, however, stayed cool, saving her energy for the real fight. When the bell rang, she turned the octagon into her personal playground and showed Joanna that actions really do speak louder than words. Rose let her fists respond to Joanna's previous taunts.
We're talking sports karma, where when you don't stay in line and behave like a good sport, you pay for it by giving up the win or by falling on your backside.
This football player caught the ball with his hands and tried to score, but the ball bounced right back into his face as if it were saying, "How dare you try to score when you caught me?" After the Pro Pool player lined up his final shot, he was quick to assume victory. But just seconds later, the white ball rolled slowly, almost mockingly, into the pocket. His face flushed with visible anger, while his opponent, who had already accepted defeat, suddenly became the happiest man alive.
Harden off the dribble, right at the left.
Technical foul on Draymond Green with the shove to the bearded one's chest. Already James Harden letting his presence be known here. 5 quick points here. Just takes Durant off.
And he's back on the floor and about to come back into the game, Marv.
All right, thank you, David. Here's Harden with the drive. And stuffs a facial by James Harden going right at Draymond Green, and a lot of chatter out there following that shot.
Draymond Green initially shoved James Harden when he scored on him. Harden didn't let it go and came charging at Green, who was going in for a dunk, stopping it midair.
No fair play action came from Derek, and of course, what goes around comes around, because he was taught a lesson about respect by the legendary Ukrainian boxer.
During their face-off, Derek Chisora disrespected Vitaly Klitschko by spitting in his face. Vitaly let his fist do the talking and beat Derek decisively, taking him back to school to learn his manners, also teaching him not to mess with Ukraine.
Got to turn the last lap and instead started celebrating, costing him the race.
Or he has. No, he's punching the air, he's celebrating, I think, and I think this race is still going on here.
A rider forgot about the race and visited his own universe for a while. He began celebrating for no reason at all, only later realizing that he had missed a turn and was off track.
Wow, so the red team started to celebrate the point, but one of the girls saved the ball with an amazing foot reflex.
The red team started celebrating before the ball even touched the ground, not realizing that one of the girls on the black team had the reflexes of a cheetah, saving the play. Their premature victory dance turned into collective pain as the white team snagged the point right from under their noses.
This racer stopped right at the end of the final lap to show off and ended up losing first place.
By his pit, he slowed too early. There's the checkered flag. I can't believe that. He slows, has indeed won the race.
The racer was extremely petty, almost coming to a complete stop because he felt he had plenty of distance between himself and his opponents. Not long after, he was overtaken. His showboating turned out to be his downfall.
And they're just pushing Donnie's over.
Whoa! There it is, head movement.
Head movement.
Oh, don't tell me he's going to actually hit this one down. He's going to hit him in the head.
Oh, no, he's smacked it out the park.
Yeah, respect.
The pitcher threw the ball, aiming for his head. Thanks to his swift movement, the batter was able to escape the hit. So when the pitcher threw the ball a second time, the batter hit a home run with all his strength. Excitement cost the golfer his success. The putt was perfect, but he made the mistake of throwing his club up in celebration. The club landed and pushed the ball away.
This fighter tried to destroy his opponent mentally, even imitating the Karate Kid's position, but once more, karma took care of him.
This fighter tried to win the fight mentally, but he had no physical cards other than the funny Karate Kid pose. His strategy didn't hold up, and he was put into a deep sleep by his opponent not long after the bell rang. It was less of a fight and more of a game of how long can I sleep? One mistake you should never make during a race is raising your hands to celebrate too soon. This racer won the race, but almost lost his life in the process. It's a classic case of winning the race, but nearly losing your chance to brag about it.
Good old American football, what they're doing here. So, oh my God, he's caught the ball, Kurt. He's caught the ball, Kurt.
Oh, is he going to start celebrating? Oh, yeah!
Oh, no.
Nice. Very nice. I like that. That's
what's the phrase? Don't count your chickens until they've hatched.
Yeah, that's the equivalent of like a last-ditch challenge. Yeah, I love that.
So the player was on an amazing run. Almost at the touchdown line, he slowed down in celebration. Suddenly he was tackled, and in a second he lost it all. A simple example of counting your eggs before they hatch.
Sends it long. And as shocking as the first match was, the second one just as shocking. Alexander does.
Eugene Bouchard refused to shake hands with Alexander Dougarou in front of everyone. A huge sign of disrespect, making it clear she wasn't feeling friendly. Alexander, however, decided to serve her revenge on the court, winning the match convincingly and leaving Eugene with nothing but a grumpy face and a bruised ego. Nature helped the keeper get revenge against his teammates who kicked the ball into his face. Just seconds later, the opponents kicked the ball into the guy's face. That's instant karma.
No, he's ready for it. Is this recent? Yeah, I think I was watching this live.
Yeah?
I think so. And I think he just starts bare taunting us. Like, yeah, look, yeah, I did watch this. I watched this fight live. He's bare taunting.
Or it's just clipped.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Look. Bang!
Oh, it's an embarrassing knockout as well. No.
This boxer knocked his opponent down twice in a row and, feeling unbeatable, decided to show off with some dance moves, weak jabs, and taunts. But just as he was putting on his best victory show, the opponent, out of nowhere, delivered a knockout punch that was as embarrassing as a knockout could get. Bro is now Snow White and in endless sleep.
Yep.
Okay, shoot to three. Unfortunately. Did someone laugh in his face or something? Oh, no, he almost turned it.
Oh, no, the shoulder shimmy, no.
A basketball player shoots a three-pointer with perfect form. Without confirming if it went in, he began dancing. This player was telling his opponent that he stinks really bad. So when the alleged stinker scored, he searched for the player intentionally to celebrate his goal in his face with the biggest smile in the world. Sabonis went up for a shot, but the defender blocked it and was too busy flexing to notice what was happening around him. Just then, like a superhero in a comic book, Sabonis' teammate appeared out of nowhere and slammed the ball into the hoop, making the defender's showboating look like a cry for help.
Dr. Eyes, is that his name? Is that his nickname? All right, he's off. Go on, get him, son.
I got him.
Wait, what?
He whiffed him with the fingertip.
He's face plant.
Whiffed him.
Did he even get? He didn't touch him, did he?
I think he
did.
Yeah,
he did.
He grabbed his heel.
Oh, that's class.
What is it with rookies celebrating before they've actually won? This American footballer was about to score a touchdown and decided to start his victory dance right before the goal line. Out of nowhere, he was tackled by the tip of the opponent's finger. It's surprising how a fingertip can turn a touchdown into a humbling lesson in humility. older boxer taunted the younger one with a sassy jab. The younger boxer, eyes locked on his target like a heat-seeking missile, waited for the bell. When the fight began, the younger guy knocked the older man down repeatedly. Finally, the referee called a technical knockout, giving the younger boxer an impressive victory.
No, it's 1 lap to go. It's 1 lap of racing to go. No, he hasn't heard it. No, it's 1 lap to go. It's 1 lap of racing to go. No, he hasn't heard it. There's 1 lap of racing to go. And he thinks he's won the world title.
This cyclist started celebrating near the finish line, oblivious to the fact that he still had a whole lap to go, making his victory dance turned into a hilariously awkward solo ride of shame.
Oh, this guy should be. I don't do that, boy! No!
He was getting too cocky while running, focusing more on flexing his almost certain victory than on finishing the race. Karma, as always, showed him who's boss. He slipped, fell, and ended up eating more dirt than he had ever anticipated.
This has become personal between these two. Cleared out. LeBron wants Crowder. Shot clock.
Should have some words. Start in the first half against Ayton. This grabbing people around the neck. Crowder just staring back at him.
For the Heat, and they are leaning on each other right now. This has become personal between these two. Cleared out. LeBron wants Crowder. Shot clock to 7. Spins off of him. LeBron hangs. The reverse is good. And look at the Laker bench.
Crowder decided to dim LeBron's shine by blocking his shots constantly and throwing in some playful banter. This riled up LeBron so much that he took it personally and showed everyone why he's called King James. He turned the court into his royal stage and made Crowder's defense look like a minor nuisance in his grand performance.
Yeah. Oh, yes!
Wow.
Yes! Yeah, you know what? McBroom deserves it for that.
For the posterizing.
Yeah. The best one when Gibb walks off laughing
Austin McBroom knocked Gibb down and, feeling confident, decided to taunt him. But Gibb made an incredible comeback, knocking Austin out not long after. It was like a plot twist right out of a movie. Why let the excitement of victory lead you to making mistakes like celebrating too early? Here's another cyclist whose excitement cost him his position. Rossi intentionally kicked his foot, taking out Lorenzo, who was trying to overtake him. Lorenzo kept this in mind and did exactly the same thing to Rossi later on. What a sweet story of revenge! This guy thought his volley made a goal, not realizing it was returned by the other team. He was about to celebrate when the ball passed his face. Thanks to his teammates' quick reactions and speed, they were able to recover it and actually still get the point. Meanwhile, I'm sure he won't be celebrating for a while.